Cast will start in 15 seconds. This broadcast will start in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The Voice of Stockton. For more information on The Voice of Stockton, go to thevoiceofstockton.org.
The views and opinions expressed in the following program do not necessarily reflect those of KXVS The Voice of Stockton or its parents, affiliates, management, and staff.
Alright, welcome on Saturday at 3, The Voice of Stockton, the Vigil show. I'm gonna be talking about my career on property management. Okay, right now I just got hired from my old boss, broker. His name is Richard Servasto, and he, I've been working in real estate for 13 years now. And I took an absence of leave in 2013 due to health reason and other reasons for that reason also. But now I'm just coming back into my broker because I do believe in loyalty. I told him, and I left in good term, and so far I got my job back. It's awesome. I love working with Majestic Property Management, and my license number is 0150959 at the California Bureau of Real Estate. Okay, but in the same time, I'm working on marketing in my business now. So for a while, I was kept quiet because I was not practicing on talking about real estate event, because they said you cannot be talking when you have a license and you're not sponsored by a broker. You cannot talk about real estate, your expertise. So okay. But now I have the opportunity to talk about my expertise now. Okay, now due to the comeback, I want to talk about my service at Majestic. It's a one-stop real estate market. Okay, and what I do is that I deal with property management, leasing agent, and also sale. And before I used to do loan, before they passed the law that you have to have an NMNL county, and then you have to have a license for the loan originator. Okay, but now I'm just doing two different, the three that I get cut back in two. Now, as far as my concern is, I want to let people know that people that I knew me, that I was working, that I'm coming back, it's between friends, okay? And I talked to the broker, and we just talked about many different issues about rental property, many things, that I've been talking about, watching, notice, the changes, the marketing, all that stuff. So we made a decision. Okay, so Majestic Property Management is on Brookside, 352 Brookside Road, hashtag number 107 Stockton, and I have my newsletter. If you're interested, there it is. They talk about between friends. You have a friend in the real estate business, between us, see, between friends. So everything you talk about real estate is confidential. It's like a secret. It's confidential. So I don't take I keep my ethic very important to my business. So anyway, when people ask question about what they need to do, now I can have an opportunity to help out, involve, contribute in the community as well. Now, my expertise at property management, I want to talk about in 2016 and 2017, there was a market boom, okay? A lot of owners that own with renting property in 2016 and 2017 has sold all their rental. They sold it. You know, that was a good market for sale. You know, and then even my own boss, my broker, who had owner who was selling their rental property, and he had the opportunity to sell their property, and then some owner had gave their rental property to another agent in an office to sell their unit, their quota, whatever. So that's how the market has been gone. So now we're limited on rental. There are not enough people who bought the house are owner who bought the house now. So now at this moment in 2000, there was a big boom. Now we have a limited amount of rental property that we have nobody can find. People are not enough rental property. You know, that it's not because it's too high, you know, or too low. It's just that there's not enough owner rental property as far as that concerned with regarding to real estate. You know, so that is for that reason. We made it. I talked to my broker, and he suggested that we could come up with this type of program. It said no management fee for 2 months for a new landlord client. See this right here. 2 feet. See that? That's our promotion. See? You know, if we get any of your rental property, you get 2 months fee free. You know, you can contact me. I know how to fill the contract. It's very simple. It's very easy. You know, just use the win form. So that is good. What that means is that when you look at the landlord, they have 2 different programs. Okay. Now, when I have and this is the program we do that I had done before many times. For a landlord, we offer 3 programs. One is a fee, one-time fee, to find a tenant with no management. Okay, I mean it's a one-time fee to find without a management, full-time management. We just find the tenant, qualify them, and give the paper to the owner, and that's it. We don't worry about collecting the rent. We don't worry about cutting the gardener. We don't have to worry about check up and see if they 6 months inspection of the property. That's a full management. But a one-time management fee, it's just like we show the property, they select it, we go to different candidates, fill out the what they call a I'll show you. I want to make it very, very clear. An application of rent. See, get your information. Sometimes some cost $30, some cost $35, some cost $40, sometimes $45. Depend on the property manager you deal with. Okay, ours is like $35. Okay, now when you fill this out, what it does, we check the background check. And what we do, we qualify whatever. It's not the regular, the 370 or 570 score racial score. It's not that. It's another credit score where it talks about it's a rate of liability. Let's say you own a car, you have liability of debt. That's what they call it. A ratio. And I believe you have at least 10 to 1. So if you have more than 10 debt to pay, then you're not eligible to rent. You have at least like a 3 out of 10 to qualify for a rental. It could be a car payment. It could be a credit card payment. It could be a collector, and then all of a sudden it could be a student loan. All those things could add up against your score. It's a 10 ratio score. Okay. Now, but it's been a while that I've been having that. For reason, I've been a while for having that. To keep a qualified tenant, to make sure they're qualified. The first thing, number one, is to pay their rent. You know, you don't want to be homeless. You need to have a roof over your head. The number one, we always talk about rent. Pay your bill on time. Pay your rent. Pay your water bill. Take your electricity. Pay your garbage bill, and pay your water bill. 5 things you have to pay, and also their food and necessity. Cars, and it's like cars, and it's not really it's not important, but it's a necessity. You could take public transit. You could take bicycle, unless your job is close by, just within the proximity in Stockton. Okay, but now as far as for the landlord, we gave 3 programs. One is one fee for finding a tenant with no management fee, priced at 5% monthly rent at 12 months. For example, $1,000 per month rent is 1,000 times 5 times 12 equals 600. So it's 1,000. So 5 times 12 is 60. So and you multiply 1,000 to 60, it makes $600. And no other costs. It's 600 flat fee. Okay, so that's what we get charged. We charge you $600 just to find a tenant. It's a one-time flat rate. Now the silver plan, you see, it's an 8% management fee. Collect rent, renewing the lease, 6-month inspection, owner and handle maintenance, lawn care, moving in, moving out, and security deposit. Okay, that's the silver, 8%. Okay, right now, that's gonna be my focus of 8%. I don't want to go all the way down to like Lathrop, or go down to Tracy, or go down to Lodi. When in the area, it's 8%. When in Stockton area, the city, okay, it's 8%. That's a silver plan. Now 3, it's a gold plan. It's full service plan. Majestic does everything. See below. Usually, if the rental is over $16,000 per month, most owners want the gold plan, but the silver plan have our most popular service. Okay, so of 8%. So it's not that much. So would it mean that that's our common? This is our common service that we do in property management. See this? Now we get a promotion. No management fee for two months for new landlord of client. Okay. So I'm happy to be back to work at my career, because I love being part of doing property management, because property management is you deal with a tenant and a landlord. You know, that's all you're doing. You know, and you're just trying to solve the problem, and make sure that the tenant feels satisfied, and make sure they're it's being heard, understand. And we contact the owner, and the owner, we tell them on the part, mitigate, tell them this what's going on, things are broken, we need to repair it, and things like that. And luckily, we have our own handyman in the company. Okay, if something breaks or the fence broke down, the handyman will repair that. You know, so at 8% out of the rent, they get paid. That's how we pay it monthly. Okay, now, so that's the program that I'm dealing with this, because as far as showing property and talking to owner, talking to tenant, I get a lot of tenants who want to rent a house all the time. Just now, I just had somebody who wanted in Winston Ranch, rent a property, but it goes by so quick. fast, so at least our rental, by the time we get signed up, an owner right away, it gets rented out really quick. So it takes time, to list our what do you call that? Our volume of people that we get from houses to rental property and then sale. So that's how I just figure out that getting back there, that the market had changed a lot. Even when we look for houses, and even with being homeless, you have to qualify them, whether they're in a certain situation, they lost their job, they lost their loved one, and they got depressed, and they couldn't make it to work, and not dealing with the issue, going through a midlife crisis, having a divorce. It splits your income. So it's everything that's situated from what's with being homeless and living with your parent, living with your sister, living your relative, and trying to find a place on your own to find a place to be self-sufficient, So that's why I went back to real estate, because people keep thinking that I got my license, but I don't use it, and since I've been using it, I've been updating every 4 years, So it's been a lot of disbelief. Now I got activated through my broker, which he was the first one that hired me as an agent, that trains me and believed in me that I could do it, and I could do it. I literally, under his license, I can, anybody who make mistake, if I make a mistake, who's responsible? My broker. So that's why I have to have more dialogue, more discussion. I don't make a move unless I talk to my broker. If somebody asks me a question, I say, hold up, let me talk to my boss first, or my broker first, before I make that comment, before that. So I try to make sure I know things. If I know something I already know, I will tell you. But if I know something I don't know, then I'll definitely will let you know. Let me get back with you, and I'll talk to my broker, and from there, that's how I work. It's like being on the board. You're the vice chair, and you can't do anything without the chair tell you something. Say, I'm going to do this and this and this, and you say, okay, that's fine. Same thing. So you can't. I will not make a move without discussing with my broker. Now, because I like to build that rapport, a relationship, let them know that this is what I'm doing. I have a sale. I have a seller or a buyer to sell, and he would look at it and make sure that everything is clear, marked, and everything. But normally I have somebody work with, a co-agent that I work with. Sometimes I cannot do sales as much, because it's a lot of things involved. It's the banker, the inspector, the appraiser, the title agent, and the buyer agent. All those things, too many communication, and it kind of overlaps. So I usually have a co-agent we share commission with, which I don't care. I don't have no problem with that, because it's like my ear, So I help out, work with people, and I tell the truth when I go out with people to look for houses. I'm not like a car dealership. Oh, I will give them what they want to hear. I say, okay, what do you like to? And what do you think, Doug? What the house is kind of small, or the bedroom's kind of. I give my opinion too. They have to be honest. I like to be honest about it, truthful. So. But at the same time, you have to be realistic. How much can you afford? How much the bank is willing to loan you for the money, as far as qualifying you the loan. So that's why it's better to be qualified first to look for houses than go to an agent and say, I'd like to look for home, but yet you're not sure you're going to be able to qualify for the house. So that's one way an agent will not deal with you at all, because they don't want to deal with people just go around looking for a house and get an idea, and then, oh, that's beautiful. And like there's weekend, there a lot of people would like to go look for around houses and look at home and just look at the interior, the decoration, and get an idea. Oh, let's go home and decorate it the way the other house does. and that's how we waste a lot of our gas and our time and our money and our advertisement and all that stuff and go to waste because it's a big timing consuming when you're dealing with buyer. When buyer become aware that they have no intention to buy, then that's when you have to tell them, are you serious? You need to go buy. You need to be pre-qualified for a house before we even acknowledge you first. Okay, so that's one thing you need. I want to avoid that because a lot of realtors do not. A lot of realtor and real estate agents do not tell you that, but I'm telling you up front. Okay, what is the deal? Okay, so I'm telling you the fact. Okay, now, so as far as my concern about being an agent, just starting out, working now. I mean, bit for a while, now I'm stepping back into the arena. I feel confident that I haven't forgot anything about it. As far as dealing with the public, as far as contributing in the community, helping out and networking. I don't mind working with people, and I even do referral fees too. If I have, they don't have time to do things, I have referral fees in the sense of an agent that I think is more able to do your situation. Technical. But as far as that concerned, I do mostly everything what an agent would do in the property management, but that's the property management, because as a salesperson, I have all the win form, all the contract, all the leasing form, also like a cop, type down their leasing form and sign every box and check, every little detail, everything. So. And that's what gave me something to get back into my business in real estate. That's my career. Unfortunately, that's the only thing that I learned. That I didn't know about the law. You have to be regulated. You have to make sure marketing. You have to know about contract, who ratifying. As far as dealing, creative finances and everything like that. So. In that case, I haven't forgot that either. So the reason why I haven't said it because I cannot say it because I'm not practicing. So when your license is inactive, you can't really say much about because you get in trouble. You get in trouble from the property real estate when you're practicing without an active license. Now I have my license active through a broker and sponsoring. It's a really awesome thing, to speak, and I can be myself, as far as understanding how people wanted to look for houses and get frustrated. The seller gets frustrated because they're taking so long because there's a lot of issue around the problem of housing. Like for example, like before when I was working with the Majestic, we had a house that didn't have no toilet, and they were not going to give the escrow was not the bank the loan the lender don't want to give the money up unless the seller put the toilet, and they told the buyer to put it, but why? And the buyer said, "Why? It's not his house yet, So it's still his house." So eventually, it dropped the ball. So the lender didn't give the loan because of that situation. So it's a lot of situations that it's very difficult to sell a house because the owner don't want to put money into the property. So that's another issue that we have to make sure that when you're ready to sell a house, you got to make sure everything is fixed, just basic necessity, safety, and make sure that the basic element of toilet is there, the water heater is there, it's working, and the heater is on, and everything is working. Just basic necessity. That's all it is, and then you won't have that problem. But as far as that's good to have insurance. To have as well insurance for the property, and also have an inspector to check any notable crack or termite and foundation, you know, and that settled in. A lot of older homes are settled in. Even you go to the county, like in 952 or like a Clement area or somewhere in the Alpine down 95 by the country club, you know, some of those houses are very kind of settled in, you know, and the structure of the house is kind of settled. But it's still livable. I mean, people still live there. I mean, so people get frustrated. Oh, the house is settled, it's cracking, you know, it's not good. You have to have a major structure built. Well, it can, yeah, it's true, but not always. People who buy houses that sell to buy it as is still live there, you know, and they manage to live with the house the way it is, settling it in, you know. But eventually they have to kind of push level it up to the whatever, straighten out the house, you know. So that's a lot of issue right there in San Joaquin County area, not the District City area as well, you know. So now, so if you're interested in my newsletter, you could contact me. You get a recipe. This is a recipe of this month, August stir fry broccoli beef, and they have the recipe right here. So, and also between friends, you know, and they said you got a friend in real estate business, and got my address where I work, my license, my contact number, and everything else. So basically, those are a regular fee at 8% for a property management fee. So if you're an owner and you know somebody who is interested in my service, call me and let me know, and we'll get you started. You know, as far as no management fee for 2 months for new landlord clients. Okay. Now, as far as my show goes, it's going to be a mixture of different business, my marketing, as well as and other resources for me to talk about issue of homelessness, getting finance, talking about budgeting, you know, everything, you know, that I know for that I've been working for will get me started and get me going, that my expertise as far as that goes. Now, as far as contact me, you're more than welcome to come to the radio show, talk about your business, talking about your title company, talking about as far as loan signing agent. You can talk about that. You can talk about notary, talk about everything that's going on. So that's even better too, to get a variety about networking on it. So that's what I really appreciate, things like that too. So even with the deaf community, which I sign so much, and sometimes I forget because I have to talk, you know, and I have to think and sign and, you know, think about my number, my real estate number in the beginning. Like, oh, I almost forgot, you know. But so that's why I have to have that online little logo down the bottom. But after we're gonna take care of that later. But anyway, on the Saturday, I just let you know. Feel free to contact me if you have any situation, a referral. Let me know, and I could get to talk to people and get networking started and everything in the process as well. Now, just yesterday I went to the powwow. It was amazing. I went there, and I walked around. And they were having a good show. I mean, really, I was overwhelmed, and you know, it's really good, you know. And I met some few people. I met a deaf person, a deaf Indian came from Colorado, and the only thing that he was telling me that the powwow committee should have had an interpreter, you know. And I'm like, well, I'm sorry, you know, I apologize. You know, I apologize that they didn't provide you. You know, because he came from Colorado and come down, and he led the ceremonial, and he was dressed in white. I'm not white, yellow. He was the yellow one. If you see my video, he was a yellow person, and he's deaf. And I'm like, wow. And he said he loved it. He loved his culture. He was telling me everything that he came to Colorado with with his wife and his 3 kids. It was amazing. So, but I didn't mind. I was thinking in the back of my head, should I interpret for them, because they were giving information. They were not hearing nothing. They just hearing the drum beat. And I was there too, and I was getting like wow, that's awesome. I feel the drum of the heart, like a heartbeat, boom, 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 boom. So it was really good. It's very spiritual, very an eye opening. So that was good. Even the lion table was there, support, giving information booth also. They having a taco, Indian taco, very good. They had nacho. They had a lot of vendor. They're gonna start at 7, I think, again, from 7 to 11, I think. So feel free to go over there. It's really an interesting culture, and just be part of it. Just understand when the a person who's an MG, master of ceremony, they talk and they tell you what's gonna happen next. What is the meaning? Why this and what it means. And the last dance they had a spiritual dance when anything like somebody suffering from cancer, you go there and you stand in a circle. If you have if you have diabetic problem, you have high blood pressure problem, if you just don't any chronic illness, it heals you. I mean, you have to really believe it. You have to have faith in it. But it's something that the Indian tribe believe, that all Mother Earth, nature believe, it all synchronized at one. The weather, the tree, the grass, the sound, the air, the bug, like the mosquito, the dragonfly, or whatever, butterfly, but they're all together at one. So, and that you get the sense of that. That common feeling of so then in that moment that was really encouraging, very awesome. Now, as far as my concern about, now I have another thing coming up also. We're still having the contest at the 4th annual Chicano Community Program Radio Reunion and Card Show. And those are, I still have the two free tickets, $15, include meal, drink, and 1 raffle ticket. But parking is not included. Okay, so please come and send a picture. Maybe send in your powwow picture. Whoever pick out the powwow picture, please send it in, and we'll select the winner of the powwow picture to come to the Chicano Program Radio Union and Car Show. 2 free tickets. You can take any. You get include food, drink, and raffle ticket. Okay, and you can watch the car show as well, and all the entertaining. Can you imagine going to a concert and you have to pay like $50, $75, $100? $300 just to have an entertainment, and when you just have in his one it only costs $15 to see all the mariachi singing, all the jazz, blues, the conga, the mariachi folklore dancing, all that stuff is gonna be there. So I don't think I don't know what the word I'm looking for. It's all in one. I mean, that you get the experience of entertainment. So, in that note, I mean, that's something that if you get, we're still having the contest until I get rid of it. I still have the ticket. So if you want to win it, you got to send your picture, or your best picture of any event that's going on in Stockton. To let know that in the Voice of Stockton, we always sit back to the community, and we want to see that happening in the radio. Okay. Now, I don't know if I missed out on anything else that I had to talk about. Let's see. Let's see. I have to go check it out. My paperwork. Hold on. Well, anyway, the only thing I could say that right now, this week is. Oh, by the way, it's Happy Labor Day. Happy Labor Day. You know, it's working day. So I want you to be safe, and then also just watch your drinking, watch your celebrating, be safe, and I hope I see you have a great weekend, a 3-day weekend to come and start working, and I'll see you again next week. Okay, I'll talk to you later. Bye bye. Well, the Voice of Stock, watching the Voice of Stockton, KVX, the Vigil Show.